Hello, Strasbourg here. This is the Russian drummer, and today we will explore how to play to a metronomic click. So let's start off by exploring 4/4 time, and we're gonna chill around 100 BPM, and I'll show you just a handful of things that you could do with just this. Let's begin. So let's start with playing on the beat. So when you're playing on the beat, what you want is for the click to basically disappear. You don't want to hear the click at all. What you want is you want to feel it so much as to where you're playing on every single quarter note pulse. So, without further ado, quick demonstration of that. When playing behind the beat and ahead of the beat, you want the kick drum and the snare drum to align with the metronome, but the feel is what's gonna be behind our head. So focus on the hi-hat for these. When we're feeling behind the beat, the hi-hat's gonna be a little delayed on the metronome. And when we're ahead of the beat, the hi-hat's gonna be anticipating the metronome. So if you're a beginner or you're new to this stuff, an easy way to think about this and an easy way to get into it is to think about where the hi-hat is placed. So when you're playing behind the beat, you can shift the hi-hat 1/16th note after the metronome hits. So for example, here's behind the beat. Felt that? Now vice versa, same thing goes for if you're playing ahead of the beat. You shift the 16th note on the hi-hat back behind the click, so it's gonna be ahead of the click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's stray away from playing right on the click and using it as a basis, and let's just mess around with the click. So the click's gonna be floating all over the place, and we're gonna be playing a steady rhythm even though the click isn't on 1 anymore. It's gonna be shifting to the 1, the E, the and the ah. So the click is gonna start off by being right on the downbeat, and then it's gonna start shifting back a 16th note and back and back. Or you could think of it like we're shifting ahead. And let me go through one full rotation so you see what it is. Why that's really beneficial is because you're no longer relying on the click. You're no longer depending on the click to be the downbeat and the foundation. You are the foundation. The click is now on different feels. The beat is gonna feel different each beat you play because the click is now on a whole nother spot. And you can extend that out. You can mess around by just playing with the click on the E, and now you're practicing with that. But that's just an exercise to free you up a little bit and to explore the click being displaced, but you being placed. You see what I'm saying? And do you feel what I'm saying? Now let's mess with some odd times. So what we're gonna do is this click right here is gonna be giving me 7. It's gonna be giving me 5. It's gonna be whatever number it is. But just to make it as simple as I can to start and to introduce using the click in odd time, of course you could play 7, 8. It's too easy. I want to make it easier. I want to play 4 on top of the 7. Some of you may have done this already and you're like, oh yeah, that's fun. Some of you may have not done it. Check it out. All it does is you're playing 4-4 over 7-8, and it takes 4 rotations till it meets the 1 again. It's simple, but not many people explore that. So next time you're playing a 7-8 tune, play 4-4 for 4 rotations of that 7-8. This might be confusing with all these numbers, and this is not math class, but it's simple. You just play 4-4 over the 7-8. Let's do the same thing with 5-8. Same thing. 4 rotations of the 5-8 while playing 4-4 over top. It lands on the 1. I mean, it's not even innovative. You know it. I know it. He knows it. We all know it. Play 4-4 over the odd times. 4 bars. Loops around. Back on the 1. Easy. Let's go. You might be wondering what happens when you play a polyrhythm in common time on an odd time click. Let's explore it. Here is a 2 against 3 polyrhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what we already explored is playing 4-4 over top the 5-8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're gonna take 2 against that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, right? So now we're here. Blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't understand that, listen to this. Let's get it. So then you realize that the feeling of that is actually, now here's like where you're feeling the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. It gives it that little jungle feel, that little Tom jungle feel, you know what I mean? So messing around with these polyrhythms against the click sets up for different feels. So now you know that if you're playing with other musicians and they're playing in an odd time and you want to hit a polyrhythm like that, it's gonna set up a whole different feel. But I might warn you, the other musicians might mess up. So don't pull this out in a jam setting But if you're writing a song or something of the sort, Animals as Leaders does this all the time. It's just a very musician thing to do, so you gotta be careful where you're using it. But it's super interesting, and so many different feels that you could do with just time signature. You know what I mean? So focus on making a metronome like a musical partner that you're playing with, as opposed to just 1, 2, 3, 4 boots and cats and boots and cats and then some cats and boot. You know what I mean? Like, play around with the metronome. You're gonna learn so much more stuff if you think of the metronome like that, as opposed to how everybody thinks of a metronome. So let's get musical.